Have you ever had this problem?
Oh, I wish I could be in Marceline's playground. Who's...
Just say it.
Who wrote this crap?
Shut up and say
I'm
it.
not saying this.
Say it.
You're paying me overtime. I wish I could be in Marceline's playground so bad.
Well, you can't be in Marceline's playground when you suck really bad at the guitar. But you can be a roadie.
Well, you can't actually go on the road with Marceline's playground, but introducing the next best thing, rodeos.
But you mean I can't travel with the band?
Well, yeah, you can, because you're in the band, but everybody else just has to settle for rodeos. Well, I'm so glad you asked. You see, Uncle Chico, new owner of Placebo Supplements, has decided to expand his game into the cereal and farina world. Rodeos, patent pending, is his first stepping stone towards success.
What about the magic fork stuff that we sold a while back?
Rodeos, patent pending, is Uncle Chico's second stepping stone toward success.
I love the rodeo. I went one time. I was actually one of them clowns. It was for a stuntman job. It was after the Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtle where I roll
Okay, you
off
got
the
your
plate
15 minutes.
spit.
Shut up, get out of the way. So, are we talking about the rodeos? Is this the platform shoe? Or
No,
is this
those
the-
rodeos.
Rodeo, yes, rodeos. Yes, I eat rodeos every morning. It helps keep my teeth nice and white. And I also have several bowel movements. And it made me taller.
No, it didn't. No, that's
Oh.
next. No.
It did make me taller. No, but it did make me strong. 'Cause it has all my essential vitamins and nutrients. Rodeos.
You heard correct, folks. By eating rodeos, you too can have all the energy that you need to do whatever you want. For instance, check this out.
Well, hello there, pretty lady. I just ate my rodeos. Notice anything strong about me?
Wow, you are a charming guy.
Oh, yeah. You too. I mean, charming lady. I always like ladies that sound like robots. How about them digits?
No way. You are under 6 feet tall.
What? You lost me at 6. I don't really know what you mean.
You only look 5 feet 11 inches and a half. Forget about it.
What? That train of logic makes no sense at all.
What? Can't you count?
Well, as a matter of fact, though, I can't, Miss Paid Actress. If you would listen to the show, you would know that.
Simon, don't worry. I got your back, man. I got exactly what you need right here.
A retirement plan?
No, man. This thing right here.
Yeah, I need that.
Introducing Uncle Chico's new line of Placebo Confidence products. Placebo Platform Shoe. Rodeo Edition.
Oh, wait, I thought we just did the rodeos.
No, you foolish, the rodeos. You wear them like you're going to the rodeo.
I thought the roadies wore them.
Yeah, they do. All the roadies go to the rodeo, and they're rodeos.
Wait, I thought we were surfing. Is this rodeo music?
Never mind that. Placebo Platform Shoes Confidence Rodeo Edition, patent pending. Add a literal half-inch to your height.
Yeah, Simon, now you can date even the shallowest of hussies.
Oh, wait, we're going swimming now? I don't think we should take these shoes to the pool with us. They don't look very waterproof. In fact, I don't think I'll go to the deep end at all, because I can't swim too well. And also, I think probably for at least a little while after we eat, we probably shouldn't go in because of the cramp.
Okay, sure, whatever. Let me just put these platform shoes on. There we go.
Wow, you have really changed. Here, take my phone number.
What'd you say?
Here, take my phone number.
Oh my gosh, the lady actually gave me her phone number.
She's probably
I
fake.
feel like,
Yeah, Simon.
I don't know if it's because I can't read numbers or...
Because you're stupid is what it is.
Oh, my chest.
So overdramatic. Simon? Simon?
He's having an infection!
Quick, somebody get the placebo AED machine.
Have you ever had this problem?
He's having an infection!
You just said that. Kmart, hurry up, get over here and shock him.
Oh, so now you want me to talk? You need somebody's life saved and now Kmart can talk!
You know what? You're right. Let me do it.
Here, take my phone number.
Listen to me, you gold digger. Take your check and go home. I've got a life to save.
Whoa! Ah! Please keep my car coming home!
In true placebo fashion, we could not get a license to use the words to the actual song, or the music to the actual song. In fact, we've already read this commercial before in the past.
They don't know that.
Simon, what are we doing?
Shut up. They don't listen. Nobody listens to the show. They don't know this. Stop trying to steal my spotlight.
Love, when you rush upon a star, I believe that the heart keeps on a beating on.
Okay, this is falling apart. Simon, get up. Get up, Simon.
Okay. I'm up. Look, I'm okay, everybody. It works. Buy it.
The placebo AED machine. Does it actually shock you? No. But what it does do is it scares you that you're going to get shocked. So you stop having the heart attack at that point, and you get up and you're fine. This is not medical advice. Consult your doctor before using a placebo AED machine. I'm really getting tired of doing these commercials.
What are you talking about? It's a dream gig that you got going here, okay?
No, Simon, you're paying me in lollipops, and I'm getting tired of it, okay? You're jumping out of buildings, you're faking heart attacks.
I was a stuntman one time.
Selling soup that's not really soup, and sunglasses that aren't really sunglasses, and air conditioning that doesn't actually cool anything, or maybe it does. I don't even know at this point. I think that I'm done forever.
I'll tell you what's done. Your chances with the ladies if you don't fix that breath.
Okay, what? Have you ever had this problem? Oh, my breath is bad, and I want to talk to the ladies.
What? Hey, man, I got just what you need right here.
Yeah. Mang.
Yeah, Mang. It's placebo chewing gum in their brand new flavor, Mango.
Yeah, Uncle Chico came along and he said, you all know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here. And the answer is to freshen breath, because I'm no bad guy. That's what it says.
Yeah, Mang. Because placebo chewing gum and placebo supplements where the big dogs play. Emphasis on the adjective. Play.
Okay, fine. I'll try it if you just stop talking. This stuff tastes like chalk.
Placebo chewing gum, man. Nothing to it.
But to chew it, right? You mean nothing to it but to chew it?
No, man. I mean, placebo chewing gum. Nothing to it.
And we are live. Welcome everyone to that show that keeps giving you the things that you don't want at the times that you don't want them, roughly every 2 weeks. This is just a regular show about the regular show. I'm your host, that one guy with the weird and awkward name that's hard to say, and nobody cares. I hope you're ready to get
We
regular.
interrupt this regularly scheduled regular show review to bring you this very important announcement.
Hey everyone, it's me, Landon Longtime, and this is Cool Landings with me, Landon Longtime. You know what's cool? I can float down the river on a watermelon, and everybody's jealous of me because of it. This has been Cool Landings with me, Landon Longtime.
Oh, hey, everybody. I did see you there. It's me, Robert Odie. And as you can tell by the music in the background, this is a metal moment with me, Robert Odie. You know what's metal? Aluminum. You know what else is metal? Simon's still looking for a lady. He almost found one, but she gave him a heart attack, and they revived it with the placebo AED machine. Thank goodness they had it. That was really metal, too. So until next time, you are my Wonderwall.
Oh, hello, I didn't see you there. It's me, Dodo Guy, and this is All That Jazz with me, Dodo Guy, video game edition. You know it's bullcrap. I'm still ugly. This has been All That Jazz with me, Dodo Guy.
So, if you recall from a couple weeks ago, or whenever Gut Model came out, it's having all kinds of technical difficulties with Hulu and all that stuff. Well, guess what? I'm recording this one right after that. So this one's going to be a better episode as far as a better regular show episode, Video Game Wizards. I think it's a higher quality than Gut Model. Not that Gut Model was terrible by any means. If you recall, I stated that the King of the Hill reboot come out, or season 14. I have seen all of that. And probably if you're into that type of thing, you've seen the reviews on it are really good across the board. My thoughts on that. I thought it was pretty good. I think the reviews, I don't want to say they're overinflated. It's just, I think it's good. If I had to give it an overall rating, it would probably be a 4 out of 5. The things that pulled it back, though, I'll get that out of the way. Well, first, actually, things that are kind of neutral. It doesn't feel like old King of the Hill. I mean, not even just because it's set in more modern times. The characters feel like they have changed, which I understand. There's a time lapse of 8 or 13 years, however you want to look at whatever. Hank in retirement feels a lot different than Hank when he was working. Like, he feels like he's making choices, and not just because of the soccer episode. I mean, most of the things that he does, he feels like he's making choices, or he has behavioral tendencies that aren't the same as the original King of the Hill. I think what happened with this one was this King of the Hill is playing more towards the general public's perception as to what King of the Hill is. The shallow, or the shouldn't even say shallow. It just doesn't go deep into how the characters act. Dale feels like he's acting different, in my opinion. Hank feels like he's acting different. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Obviously, the characters are going to change over time. It just takes some getting used to. This series feels more like Beavis and Butthead than the old King of the Hill did. I mean, I'm not saying it is like Beavis and Butthead. It just feels like it's a few steps closer to being Beavis and Butthead than the last 13 seasons of King of the Hill were. And it kind of like how how the Beavis and Butthead reboot was done. It was done pretty well too, but it felt a little bit different. Part of that is the animation. It kind of feels like you're watching Archer at times. I haven't really watched Archer that much, but that's the only thing the animation style reminds me of. The jokes, some of them are written to appeal to people that have seen 1 or 2 episodes of King of the Hill, and they think all it is some guy saying, "Oh, that boy ain't right, I tell you what," and stuff like that. I don't think that the jokes are as smart as they used to be. And that this all sounds bad, but I'm being really nitpicky. I don't think it's a bad show. I think I'm super happy that it's out. And as the episodes go along, that season progresses, I got more and more hooked into it. It feels more like, I know I just said it feels more like Beavis and Butthead, but like the actual overarching story feels like it's more present. It's a faster burn than, the last 13 seasons have been. That's really, I think the highlight of this series is Bobby. He's not, he's the same Bobby, but it's like he's gotten really good at a few things because of all of the weird obstacles that he went through as a kid. So I really ended up kind of rooting for Bobby by the end of this season. Connie, I'm not giving away anything because she was shown in the trailer. She doesn't turn out how I thought she would, the character. And Joseph, I think he's probably actually pretty close to how I thought he would turn out. Bobby, you could kind of sense it towards the end of King of the Hill, but at the same time, it's still like, wow, it's kind of hard to believe that's actually here. Now here's the thing that probably everybody's gonna, if anybody's gonna talk about this is probably gonna be the first thing they talk about. Dale's voice is not the Dale Gribble everybody knows. Okay, as most people probably know, Johnny Hardwick passed away before they could finish the first season, so he voices Dale up through season 6. Now, there's a couple ways to look at this. The delivery really isn't as good as it was there's no way around it. But you can kind of tell that Johnny Hardwick probably wasn't feeling very well at all when he did this. And I guess that's the way that I'm looking at that is it's a testament to how much he loved that show and wanted to be a part of it. Because I don't think he would have wasted that, probably sensing that he was, his health was declining. I mean, I don't think he would have even agreed to it if he didn't, to go through with all that if he did not really want to be part of the show. So I think that is in itself admirable. And here's the thing: it's not like Dale's voice is unbearable. It's just the inflections in voice. It's like normally where Dale would go up in pitch, it's like this Dale seems to kind of go down in pitch. It's the dynamics, they're not there. They're almost like the opposite, it feels like. I don't really know how else to put it. I'm not saying I'm super glad that Johnny Hardwick was involved with it for even the 6 episodes that he was. Obviously nobody's going to do that voice as well as he did those first 13 seasons. I wish this last one was the same. But it's kind of like this Dale is just it's been 8 years. This Dale's changed. A lot of things happen. This is a spoiler right here, so skip ahead 10, 15 seconds if you don't want to hear this. But in the first episode, we find out like 3 minutes in that Dale actually became the mayor of Arlen for a really short amount of time. So, yeah, I mean, it's Dale just changed, all the characters changed, and it's kind of cool. I'm fairly certain there's going to be a next season because overall it was really good. I watched all the episodes in about 3 days. I mean, the writing for Dale feels different too, though. Like there's some things there that it's like I don't think Dale would have done that. Like I don't know. Yeah, I'm super glad though that Johnny Hardwick was involved because he's that dude was hilarious. Just watching some of his YouTube videos and whatnot, singing instead of "Let It Be," it was "Pocket Sand." Man. Anyway, I'm glad he got to voice Dale, or that he agreed to voice Dale, and or was willing to, whatever. Because I think regardless of how the delivery was, I think it's kind of it's just awesome that they can get whoever they had back to voice the original voice actors or the original characters, whatever. Toby Huss, Archie or Artie, sorry, not Archie, Artie, the world's strongest man in the world, from Pete and Pete. He took over those duties of voicing Dale. And a lot of people say he sounds a lot closer to the original series Dale, but I'm going to be honest. I feel like he tried to emulate the Dale from this season. Because he sounds, to my ear, he sounds pretty close to the past 6 episodes. The inflections were still kind of odd, and but listen, Johnny Hardwick and Toby Huss are both, legendary voice actors. I think the biggest miss is that Toby Huss was not Khan, as far as like what they did with him. I mean, he was such a he had so many characters that he did on the original series, and it's like they did very few of those here. I mean, anytime you had like a character that wasn't like a main major character, he was kind of like the Roger Craig Smith of King of the Hill. So he did Khan, he did I think he did Joe Jack. A lot of those characters, very versatile voice actor. I mean, he did Cotton Hill, of course, and they had like one little scene with Cotton, a flashback. They didn't voice him as Khan, though, which I think is a big miss. I mean, and I understand the political correctness, and we got to have, we need somebody from Khan's ethnicity to voice Khan. I get that. but I'm no geography expert, but so I don't know where these two places are. But Khan is Laotian. He's from Laos. The guy they have voicing him is from Malaysia. Now, I don't know how far those places are apart, but I do know that those names are different, the names of the countries. I don't know if they're the same ethnicity or not. And regardless, I think that Toby Huss should have voiced Khan anyway, because I don't think anybody's going to be able to voice him as well as Toby Huss can. I mean, that's just, sorry. He is Khan. Whether people like it or not, he is Khan. And then Ted Wasana-song. I think that Mike Judge used to voice him. And I don't know who it is voicing him now, but he does not sound like Ted Wasana-song. Now, Khan and Ted don't appear all that often in the episodes, so it's kind of like, you ride around that or whatever. But yeah, there's some differences. Now the good things about this show, I think Kathy Najimy does a great job delivering as Peggy. Bobby Hill, the character of Bobby Hill is, I mean, as good as he was in the original series, he's almost that good in this series. Probably better. I mean, because he's got a job now. He's pretty successful. He's facing the struggles of balancing work life and social life. And, Joseph has grown up. And yeah, I mean, GH we actually get to see GH in this run of episodes. And he's voiced by Finn Wolfhard, I think his name is, from Stranger Things, plays Mike. We even get to see Junichiro, Hank's brother, very shortly, but I mean, we get to see him. Some of the jokes are actually, the jokes are made for a more modern audience, they don't have as timeless of a feel as the original show. The original show, I can go back and watch it and be like, that still feels like it pertains today, a lot of the stuff, and I can just laugh at it any time. These, I don't know, in 10 years, if we're looking back, it'll be like, yeah, that was a product of the times. But for watching it in those 3 days, I got to say, I had a pretty good experience watching it. I mean, Mike Judge sounds pretty close to the Hank Hill that, the mid-series Hank Hill, like season 4, 5, 6. Not too far off. I know everybody's age. Stephen Root sounds, he's probably the one, his voice feels like it's been the most preserved. And I wish they would have had Buck Strickland in more often because he was a great character. It's kind of funny to see some of the quirky turns that some of these characters have made. I mean, Peggy is probably just as narcissistic, but she's actually probably a little bit more intelligent than she was. Hank is not quite as square as he was. And he makes, you kind of expect him to make more mistakes than he did in the original. When he made a mistake in the original series, it was kind of like, okay, this is what the whole episode's going to be about. This is the joke. Because Hank doesn't make that many mistakes. He's very vigilant, In this one, he's kind of, he's a little bit more laid back, it feels like. He's trying to, really, he's trying to just navigate through retirement. Boomhauer's character, he got this, visually got the short end of the stick. He looks like he's aged 25 years. But Boomhauer's pretty successful, it seems like. He's doing all these entrepreneurial jobs, or like not entrepreneurial, but well, I guess he does at some point but he's got all these jobs going, like, and he seems to get pretty successful at a lot of them, and then something happens and it ruins it. But yeah, the core cast, the 4 guys, they're still pretty good, pretty good characters. Some of the storylines, I don't know. It's like one of them, Hank goes to the Cowboys football camp or fantasy football camp. That one was a pretty interesting storyline. but it was also kind of a little bit unbelievable. The original series was very absurdist, but it was also very grounded in reality. That one kind of felt like, I mean, I could see it happening, but at the same time, it's like, I can't believe, you kind of have to suspend disbelief. That's just my opinion. Trying to think here. If there's anything else, yeah, that's about all. I mean, I don't want to give anything away. Like if somebody wanted to actually talk about it, like I wouldn't mind discussing further, but just trying to be very vague here to where I'm not giving anything away. I would highly recommend you go watch it. And I do honestly expect that next season, whenever they put it out, I'm pretty sure there's going to be another one. I think it'll be even better. I'm not saying that there's a little bit of rebuilding going on, but I think they're doing. Seems like Mike Judge just has a knack for whenever he puts something out, like he just makes sure that there is some sort of quality there. So, I'm pretty happy with it. I hope they get another 8 seasons. Honestly, I mean, like that's probably unrealistic, but I really do. I mean, I would not mind at all. I would love to see it be where even if they took it so far where it's now Bobby's like in the role of Hank or something, and that wouldn't bother me at all. But because I prefer the original series. That's like one of my favorite, if not my favorite television show of all time. But I've got 13 seasons of that. I can always go back and rewatch it. One thing that you do miss though is or that I missed was Brittany Murphy and Tom Petty, Lucky and Luann, or Luann and Lucky, respectively. That was those are two characters that were missed. Would have been cool to have at least like a visual reference to them in the show or something. But I'm not sure what the storyline is there. I'm not sure like if they actually died in the series or if they just moved away or what. Maybe season 2 will cover that. And I had one more thing, but I can't even remember now because I've just been rambling on too long about it. I would give it a 4 out of 5. I mean, go watch it. It may not be for you, but and then again, it may. I am more of a slow burn type person. This is more of a fast humor. It's a modernized series. Those aren't always for me, but they may be for you. And if I think it's good enough, the format that it's taken, if I think it's good enough to get a 4 out of 5, then somebody that likes that type of stuff probably, they're probably going to think it's even better. So, yeah. This episode that we're here to talk about today, though, is a regular show episode. Ironically, I'll probably end up talking about that King of the Hill episode more than I did this episode in the end, but that's okay. This is Video Game Wizards. So, let me pull up the wiki here. The synopsis. Mordecai and Skips enter a video game competition for the Maximum Glove. Meanwhile, Rigby repeatedly tries to convince Mordecai to enter him instead of Skips. So, this is sort of one of those episodes that is highly like, I don't want to say derivative, corollary, but seems like there's a lot of references to the Fred Savage movie, The Wizard, which introduced us to the Power Glove. It's so bad, Anybody that watched the Angry Video Game Nerd back in the day knows about The Wizard, or the Nostalgia Critic. He did a review on that movie too. His big thing was the kid keeps saying California in it. But main setting is Ferguson Convention Center. We'll talk about that, I guess, when we get there. Production code 1009-065. Premiere date March 26, 2012, USA. July 30th, 2012, UK. Boy, it just occurred to me that on Gut Model, I did not do the comparison for Adventure Time. And I tell you what, I'm actually not going to do it this time either. I'm going to try to get back on board with that the next review that I do. I hate that, but it just is what it is this time. Oh, I'm getting senile in old age. U.S. viewers 2.08 million, which is less than Gut Model. And I'll just go ahead and say it. I think that's a shame because I think this is a better episode than Gut Model. Maybe it's just the theme, the video game theme. Usually when shows like this have a video game theme, I think they end up being pretty decent. Age rating, TV PG in both USA and UK. Written and storyboarded by Benton Connor and Hilary Florido. Now, I'm not sure about Hilary Florido. I don't know. I'm going to click on that name here and see. Born September 9th, 1984. Was a storyboard artist for Regular Show. Graduated from Wilton High School. So on and so forth. Twin sister named Sarah. What else has she worked on here? She says, I was doing occasional freelance work when Calvin Wong told John Vermilia, who told me that I should take a storyboarding test for Regular Show. So basically, she left the show to work on Steven Universe after production of season 5 ended, with her final Regular Show episode being Tent Trouble. She resides in Los Angeles, California. Okay, so she boarded the episodes Weekend at Benson's, Fortune Cookie. Oh, she storyboarded a lot of the episodes that I really like. Weekend at Benson's, I love that episode. Fortune Cookie, that was a surprisingly good one. Video Game Wizards, it's this one. Big Winner, Trash Boat, that's a pretty funny. I think that's a pretty funny one. Busted Cart, Prankless, I think that one's pretty good. Sugar Rush is probably in my opinion, Sugar Rush might be the weakest episode on season 3. But season 3 stacked with a whole lot of good episodes. So, being the worst episode in season 3 is still going to put you above Meet Your Maker. Yeah, she does. She has a lot of, wow. She does a lot of these, storyboard a lot of these episodes. So, cool. She's on this episode, so generally that's probably going to mean it's a good thing, I guess, with, all this stuff she's done. So, let's see. The voices here, there's a lot of them. My goodness. Good night. Mordecai in Video Game is J.G. Quintel. Rigby and referee is William Salyer. Skips and employee number 1 is Mark Hamill. Additional voices. Video Game Commercial is Roger Craig Smith. Maximum Glove Kid is Jimmy. Oh, Maximum Glove. I was like, Jimmy who? Maximum Glove Kid, Jimmy, Maximum Glove Kid number 1, and Fred are all Troy Baker. Okay, that makes more sense. A lot of pop culture references to look out for. I'm just going to give them to you before we can go through it to where I don't have to catch them myself. Maximum Glove is a reference to the Power Glove created for the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES. It was also advertised as a revolutionary controller, but turned out to be unreliable. Yeah. If you watch the Angry Video Game Nerds, you probably have heard a lot about that. So, or if you had one, you probably know. I never had a Power Glove. This episode contains multiple references to The Wizard, a Nintendo movie released in 1989. That was also the movie I think that first introduced audiences to Super Mario World 3. Or Super Mario Brothers 3, I should say. The one with the raccoon. Usually most people like that one the best for whatever reason. The music playing in the background of the highway scene is an homage to the song Subdivisions by the rock band Rush. Both this scene and the music video for the song contain cinematic shots of freeways as well. The music that plays during the tournament montage is possibly based on Ain't Talking About Love. Yeah, I remember that. If I remember correctly, it's like arpeggios in A minor or something. It kind of feels like, or some minor chord. When you get, I do remember that sticking out in my head when I watched this the last time. It has also been suggested by another contributor that it is similar to Innuendo by Queen. As Rigby holds his boombox, it is similar to the way Lloyd Dobler holds his boombox as he serenades his girl with Peter Gabriel's song In Your Eyes in the 1989 film Say Anything. Oh, yeah, I think that's the John Cusack where he's holding it above his head, I believe. And then Mordecai and Rigby's form when they were fused together by the power of the Maximum Glove. Mordecai and Rigby's form when they were fused together by the power of the Maximum Glove greatly resembles Four Arms design in Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, as well as resembling Mehrunes dragon from the Elder Scrolls franchise, and both Goro and Kentaro from okay, they got 4 arms, okay? That's good night. The form also resembles Machamp, the superpower Pokemon from the Pokemon franchise, but with an extra head and no wrestling belt. Phew, okay. Let's go ahead and get into this episode. Enough yapping about it. Don't bore us, get to the chorus. Okay, so the scene starts out, I don't recall if there's bird chirping or not, but they're in the living room and they're playing video games, and Mordecai's trying to tell Rigby how to deliver this button combination, and he's like, do you remember it? And Rigby's like, yeah, it's 1, 2, start, up, something, another, blah, blah. And Mordecai's like, no, dude, and then he's like, it's 1, 2, up, down, start, and then 1, up, and 2. He says something. I'm about in the same boat as Rigby. But Rigby actually does it, and he says now, and Mordecai says, no, wait till I tell you. And then the guy on the screen goes, ice this fool. And he says, now. So he does it, and Rigby's character looks like he's doing jumping jacks or something, but he's hitting him with one side of his arm and his leg, and he hits him 3 times, and the guy explodes, and it says KO, and he's like, dude, did you see me totally deliver that kill shot? And Mordecai says, congratulations, Rigby, you successfully beat level 1. And he goes, yeah, and it only took me 17 games. That's which is my new record. Come on, I want to see what I can do in level 2. And he says, no, I think I'm played out on video games. Which kind of already sets us up, Rigby sucks at games. The video game system here looks like the cartridge is a Super Nintendo cartridge is what it looks like. But the game itself looks like a Sega Master System, I think. So, yeah. Anyway, there's Mordecai surfing through the channels on the television because he switches it over regular television, And Rigby says, wait, no, go back. And they go back to this commercial, and I'm going to say Power Glove a lot because I'm going to forget, but it's the Maximum Glove, and it's like floating towards the screen like somebody threw it. And when they're talking about that song from Rush and the Freeway thing, I'm assuming that's the same song. That is, I'm assuming it's Sean Seals did it. It's fantastic. It's really catchy. Yeah, and the commercial's basically for the Maximum Glove, and these kids are like, what's that? And he's like, you fool? The guy Jimmy or whatever his name is, you fool? Or Power Glove Kid, whatever. I don't know but haven't you been watching the commercial? It's the Maximum Glove, and he keeps going on about it, and the kids' eyes catch on fire, and they're like, the Maximum Glove won't be out until fall, but you can get yours now, and if you enter and they're talking about the contest, and then at the end, I didn't think he was going to do it, but he's like, I was really listening to the song, actually. I mean, it's a really good song, but the kid's like, get the Maximum Glove, it's so bad, and then it like catches on fire. So I didn't think they were going to pull that, but they did. They put that reference in there. So yeah, and Rigby is like all struck. He's like, whoa, 2-player video games. And, he's already getting the idea, let's team up. And I've got the episode paused right here, and you can see just the look in their eyes. Mordecai has that Homer Simpson, like that blank stare, like, please, no, don't let him be thinking this. And Rigby has that, his mouth is like hung open and his eyes are like wide open, like he's got some big epiphany idea. And I can already see where this is going. I mean, I've seen the episode a lot, but if you were watching it the first time, you could tell where this is going. Okay, so I realized that commercial music was not the Rush music. That's kind of obvious because I'm to that part now. And I just got to say, the music on this episode is fantastic. All of it. All of it. It's awesome. But so Rigby, he's like, yeah, we got to enter that tournament and we're going to win the Maximum Glove. He's just going, maximum, like pumping his arms in the air. And Mordecai's just kind of looking at him. He goes, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you saying maximum? And Mordecai says, I don't know. I mean, it's not that cool. He says, I think we should just forget about this. And he says, what are you talking about? Their eyes exploded into fire just from looking at it. And then Skips walks in. He goes, hey, Mordecai, I'm going to get packed and ready. I won't be late for that Inferno Fire game tournament or something like that. And Mordecai's, like putting his hand up to his neck, like, cut it out, don't do it, shut up. And so the cat's out of the bag. Rigby's upset, and he's like, Skips isn't good enough to win the tournament with you. Here's what you got to do. Lose Skips, take me, we'll win, and then everybody wins. Skips will understand. And he says, I'm not switching back. And they get in an argument, and he shoves him. Mordecai says, that would be so messed up. He shoves, he says, I'm not switching back. And then Rigby kind of starts sobbing. And he goes, look, why don't you just come with us, pack your stuff, and you can just watch us play. And he's like, okay, I'll come. And he goes, good, we'll leave in an hour, pack your stuff. And Mordecai gets up to get his stuff ready. And Rigby's like, oh, I'll come, all right. I'll come and make sure that there's like some ominous music, like Rigby's going to be the bad guy or something playing in the background. I'll come and make sure that I'm your partner and not Skip, something like that. So then we get that freeway scene that I was talking about, or that I read to you. And this song's really cool too. The synthesizer on this is super cool. That's all I can really say about it. It's a good song. I'm glad they put this part in there. I mean, I don't think it really serves a purpose other than being really cool. That's about it. But let's see what happens here. Okay, so they go through a tunnel, and when they get out of the tunnel, there's it's a good scene. Rigby, Skips is driving. They're driving like that Volkswagen looking van, and Skips is driving. Rigby's sitting in the back, and Mordecai's looking at Rigby in the rearview mirror. He's looking kind of guilty. Rigby's looking ticked off, and he goes, "Hey, Skips, want some trail mix?" And some of my homemade trail mix, and Skips takes some. He's like, "That's pretty good." And then Rigby like eats like the whole bag, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mordecai. I probably should have asked you if you wanted some, because I know you love trail mix. Should have asked you before giving me some to Skips, because I know you love trail mix so much." And he's kind of going on, and Skips was like, "Yeah, hey Mordecai, maybe we should discuss some strategy. So do you think I should work on my ABX combo or something?" And Rigby cuts him off, and he says, "Hey guys, mind if I play my mixtape?" And then he sticks a cassette tape into the player. It's this song. We're supposed to assume it's this song he recorded before he left the house, but I'm thinking, he had an hour. And here's the thing, it doesn't sound, the audio quality doesn't sound crappy. I mean, it sounds treated. It's like, how do you record? It doesn't sound like he recorded it in his room, is what I'm getting at. How do you get that in less than an hour? But the great part, it's something stupid. It's like, why do friends pick friends to enter tournaments? I can't even just watch it. I can't redo it. Like, I don't, it doesn't seem to have any structure at all. Just watch it. And then at the end of it, you hear a knock on the door. You hear Mordecai goes, "Dude, are you ready?" And he goes, "Just a minute, I'm working on something." So, yeah, and they're all listening to that awkwardly over the stereo system. And yeah, that's, I love stuff like that. They committed to the bit. And it made all the difference. All right, so the scene wipes, and they're at a gas station and a diner. And I'm going to check out what happens here. It's nighttime at this point. They were 120 miles from the Ferguson Convention Center when that last scene happened. So I guess it took them a while to get to, they were traveling. I don't know. I mean, going at 60, it may have taken them another, 2.5 hours counting traffic and all that. So I don't know. Maybe it was late in the evening, whatever. So when the camera goes inside the diner, there's these two friends that are voiced by J.G. Quintel and William Salyers. And J.G. Quintel's guy goes, "Hey, thanks for letting me be in your video game competition tournament." And the other one, "Oh, yeah, dude, totally. Hey, you're my best friend. Who else would I pick?" And then camera pans over, and it's the three guys sitting there. And Rigby's like, "Oh, hey, guys, I made you some uniforms because I'm so psyched about you being in the tournament or whatever." And he picks up this box that says Fragile. He knocks over the drink that's there. And he throws these uniforms to him. And Mordecai's is way too big. It says M on it. It's just like black and red, like a bowling shirt almost says M on it. And Skips goes, mine doesn't fit. Plus it has an R on it. And it looks like he's wearing a bra or something. I mean, it's obviously made for Rigby. And he goes, "Oh, well, that's okay. I'd say it would probably fit me. What do you think, Mordecai? Should we switch?" So then Mordecai deflects the question. He's like, "I think we should go back to the hotel now." And Skips kind of has a problem with that, you can tell. But they're back at the, I think it's actually a motel, but Rigby's standing on top of the van at this point with the stereo above his head with that same stupid mixtape. It says, "Why do friends not pick friends to enter a video game competition?" Like friend and shun is supposed to rhyme there, the way they got it laid out. And so Mordecai's like trying to cram the pillow over his head to get to sleep. Anyway, the scene wipes. We get to the Ferguson Video Game Convention or Convention Center or whatever. And there is a statue of Garrett Bobby Ferguson, a big old gold bronze looking, I guess it's bronze looking statue on the left and an arcade cabinet on the right. I'm guessing it's Broken Bones or something. I don't know. But so, yeah, now we get inside the convention center and there are posters of, it says Game Inferno and Maximum Glove up, all over the place. So we got props of the Maximum Glove. This is a very Maximum Glove heavy tournament. What a prize. So Mordecai goes up to sign them all up, register them, whatever, and he puts Rigby in as an alternate. Boy, I am just tongue-tied today. Puts Rigby in as an alternate, and he goes up and tells Rigby, good news, and that seems to just disappoint Rigby even more, and Rigby keeps pressing it. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? And they're both kind of going about it the wrong way. Rigby's kind of still pouting, and Mordecai, he shoves Rigby a lot this episode. Rigby doesn't touch him, and he always ends up shoving him. And Rigby keeps saying, Skips is horrible at video games, and Mordecai shoves him, and he goes, I picked Skips because you're horrible at video games. And Rigby says, fine, I hope you have as much fun winning the Maximum Glove as you did losing your best friend. And he takes off running, and Mordecai, Rigby, and Skips, finally he voices disappointment. He says, I'm very disappointed in you. And he goes, and Mordecai says, look, I'm just trying to win the Maximum Glove so we can play with it. I just I'm trying to do this for me and Rigby. And he goes, yeah, I know you're trying to do that, but are you sure you're going about the right way? And he goes, he'll get over it when we win this thing. He goes, come on, let's go. And so now we get to the tournament, and here we get the Van Halen song, or what it's supposed to sound like, Ain't Talking About Love. And it's not exactly, they're not palm muted arpeggios, but they are, they're played at similar notes. It's pretty close. But something that the pop culture references didn't catch is that in the video game, Skips and Mordecai pick these dudes in karate gis or outfits or whatever they're called. Well, the other team, the two girls are playing, their characters they look like people from the Devo video, Whip It. So they got those the stair head, the hats that look like stairs or like a podium on their head. I don't really know exactly how to explain it, but if you watch the video Whip It, you'll see them wearing that. By the way, Devo, in my opinion, one of the most underrated bands of the 80s. Their version of the Rolling Stones' Satisfaction is very interesting and fun to listen to, in my opinion. Anyway, let's see how this tournament goes. So they basically beat everybody and they get in the finals. I mean, the character models, nothing really sticks out to me. They beat some centaurs and some ninjas, and they get to the finals and they're playing some guys that are playing as ninjas, and Mordecai calls a timeout because Rigby walks out the exit, and, he hears him switch, and all these things playing in his head. He's like, timeout. And he's like, and he tells Skips, he's like, it's, I can't do this. I can't do this without my best friend. And he goes, it's about time. And he goes, wait, you mean you're okay with switching? And he says, yeah, these video games are too easy anyway. And the ref comes over and he's like, what's the problem? And he goes, I need my alternate or something like that. My friend hurt his hand. He says, his hand looks all right to me. Skips hauls off. He goes, ugh! And he punches through a steel beam or something and pulls out, and it's all crumpled up. He says, you want to check again? So he runs out there and he gets Rigby, pulls him back inside. He's, let's go win that glove. And they get in there and they're playing. And Rigby's like, time for the kill shot. And then his character gets picked up and slung. And he goes, oh man, I really am bad at this. And he goes, we're not going to win. He says, it's okay. It's not important. He goes, as long as I get to play video games with my best bro. And he says, really? He says, yeah. And then something happens. I totally forgot about this part. They get pulled inside of the video game machine, and there's this digital ghost of the Power Glove with the big eyeball in it, and it says, congratulations, you figured out the most important thing. And so we're going to get some speech here, I imagine. Okay, so the things like hanging out with your bros is way more important than some stupid glove. For recognizing this, I will grant you maximum gaming power. Are you ready to be maximized? And they're both like, yeah. And, which almost sounds like a Beavis and Butthead reference, to be honest with you. But the glove's like, maximize! And then shoots this green stuff out of its eyeball. And Mordecai and Rigby, they're going Super Saiyan or something. And when they come back to reality, they're fused together like the Goro. They have 2 heads, 4 arms, and everybody, Skips goes, ugh. And the 2 other guys are like, whoa, the 2 guys are playing, and the refs turned around vomiting, from the side of it. So they start, they win. I mean, they basically destroy the other team, and their fatality is like, finish him. And then they I don't remember what they holler, but they scream out, but they hit the console and everything blows up. And everything, they basically destroy the whole like gaming stage. It like collapses on them. And they come out from the rubble, and the ref stands up from out the rubble, and he goes, "Congratulations, the winner of this year's Gaming Inferno is Mordecai and Rigby." And he hands them the glove, and they go home, and Rigby, the scene wipes, and it's Rigby sitting on the couch, or standing on the couch. He's like, "Oh, yeah." And Mordecai says, "Yeah, you use it first, dude." So he tries to play like this outrun looking game, like, the racing cars, and he's standing there with his hand pointed at the screen, and Mordecai's like, "Dude, why aren't you moving?" He goes, "I don't know." And then his car just goes off the side of the road or off the side of a cliff and blows up. And the final joke is Rigby says, "Dude, this controller blows." And that's it. I mean, but that probably hits home pretty hard for a lot of people that grew up playing the original Nintendo with the Power Glove. I mean, because that controller apparently did suck pretty bad. I never had one, but I thought it was hilarious though. This episode's a really good episode. I'm just going to go ahead and get the number out of the way. I would probably give this one an 8.5. Really, honestly, behind so far out of the season 3 episodes we've seen, it's close to excellent. It's probably not quite as good as excellent, but it's close. It's probably the second best, and it's pretty close. The music in this episode is fantastic for whatever reason. They've got synthesizers, and it's very 80s oriented. And most of this episode is the only downside of this episode is we don't get the rest of the cast. We really just get the 3 characters here. We get Mordecai, Rigby, and Skips, and that's it. But considering that, it's an extremely strong episode. So I mean, I really don't know what else to say about it. Like, watch it. It's definitely worth watching. And this might be another reason why I thought Gut Model should have been rated a little bit lower, or why it got, because it's in between 2 extremely good episodes. I mean, it's kind of hard to compare with that. But I probably missed. There were a lot of like characters and background characters. I probably missed some sort of design Easter egg or something in there, but extremely good episode. I really don't know what else to say about it. Next episode, we're going to have the best burger in the world. I've actually heard people say that that's their favorite episode. I would not go as far to say that. I don't want to give too much away, but I don't think it's going to be as good as Video Game Wizard. I haven't seen it in so long. There's Replaced. I remember that episode, and Trash Boat. Trash Boat's it's another good episode. But it's a lot more quick humor, but it's pretty funny. Fist of Justice. Yes, dude. Yes. That's actually that's a world building episode right there. Busted. Boy, we still have a whole lot of good episodes left in this season. I mean, good ones. Trucker Hall of Fame, Prankless. Man, season 3 might be the golden season of regular show. Let me skip ahead here real quick. I'll wrap this up in just a second. But season 4, we start off with Exit 9B, Terror Tales Part 2. Wow. Season 4's pretty strong too. Let's see. Quips. Ace Balthazar Lives. That's my television. That's a good one. Limousine Lunchtime. Man, there's a bunch of full-grown geese. That one's pretty good. Oh my goodness. What? Maybe this show's just starting to pick up. I mean, honestly, good night. There's trying to see when I'd forgotten about Bad Portrait with the Bob Ross sort of cameo. That's season 5, but my goodness. Okay, well, anyway, season 3 is stacked. That's kind of the point I'm making here. we're going to have several more good episodes before this season is out. I forgot there's 39 episodes. I thought there was 30 episodes. So I have some catching up to do. I got to get this stuff out there. So anyway, I appreciate you listening. If you need to contact the show, you can get a hold of us at texmexandcandy@gmail.com, TEXMEXANDCANDY. It's texmexandcandy@gmail.com. Or you can, I don't know, sometimes you can find me there on the old Discord. I have one, but really the only people that's joined it is Rob and Ryan from Talking Snicks. So, I mean, but you can sometimes find me on the Retro Junkies or the Turtles Forever. If there's a Spidey Saturdays, I don't know if Rob's going to put one of those out or not. He's got the show out, by the way. If you want to go listen to that, Spidey Saturdays, we talk about Spider-Man comics. But you know, you can usually find me on there. Sometimes it's unless somebody really actually just mentions me, I don't really say much. There's also you can. I mean, I'm on Facebook sometimes. Whatever. Email me. Whatever. Leave a voice message on the it used to be Anchor FM, but Spotify for creators. Whatever. That platform. If you would leave a review or share the show or follow or something, that helps grow with. I don't know if there are algorithms or I don't know how it works, but the more you share it or the more you follow, the more plays it gets, the more it's recommended. When people search for this stuff, the more people will listen, and this show will have more of a purpose. So, yeah. Until then, till I see you next time for the best burger in the world. Till we have the best burger in the world, remember to do that one thing that you were supposed to do. Anyway, thank you as always, and insert catchphrase here.